من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما Brothers and sisters, a small ayah which is written all over if you go in Pakistan or any other country, and it says, "Kullu nafsin za'iqatul maut." Every nafs, every soul has to taste the death. If you look and analyze the statement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it makes it very clear for us that every human being has three different stages of their lives. One stage is the stage when we are in al-Arwah, before we come to this world. Other stage, the stage which we are living at this moment right now, you and me. And third stage is the stage when we go to our barzakh, or can say we don't see, when we do call maut. It is such, if you look at the Quran Majid, look at the book of guidance, the description of maut and life is very different what we have in our own cultures. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala discusses regarding the death in Surah Al-Jumu'ah, and He says, if you're truthful, then you should be embarrassing the death. This is a sign of your commitment to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and those who do not come for, those who are afraid of death, but not because of death will not come to them, death will come to them anyway. Death not going to know. There's no one human being in this world which has not, death is not there, death is always there. But these people are afraid. Why? Because they have done, are embarrassed to go in the front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in Surah Munafiqun, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes in Surah, 4th Surah Munafiqun, He says, those people who are healthy, and those who look like bodybuilders, and those who speak very well, don't be confused with them. They are just like a timber wood. Timber wood is a wood which is cut from the tree and placed on the walls, which have no value whatsoever. So if you look at this two examples, you will see death is not that we are dead because we are gone. Death is a stage of a life which everyone has to go through. Yes, we do see the person going away. Is not, we can see him, we cannot talk to him, but still he's not dead. Would he be dead in a way that he's nothing to do with the life? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes another way. Those who are killed in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never think they are dead. They're alive and they are giving sustenance to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is our view and our conception that we concept that this is death and this is no more, have nothing to do with life, but it is not true. Life is there after death. The only thing we're missing is that we do not communicate with them, we cannot see them, we cannot, but they are there already in the way Allah described in the book of Quran Majid. And the last thing I want to mention is how many people will see each other. And there's not one person which have looked the same in a way that the fingertips are different. There's not a single person who has same fingertips. There's not a single person of same eyeball. There's not a single person who has different trait. Everybody when walks in, you can tell a different person is coming to you because the walk is different each and every person. But still, we see this physically. In Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wording, this is the word when it called nafs. Nafs is a malakut. Malakut means you cannot see them, it's hidden from us. And that nafs have different qualities. And that is the reason we see a human being which is such a nice person, such a bad person. Yes, same physical attribute we have, and you have 2 eyes and a nose and everything, but nafs is the way it is. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created every nafs differently, and that is why we can call the nafs za'iqatul maut. Maut will come not to body, not to the ruh, but come to the nafs, because that nafs which Allah created you and give it to you, and that is the nafs which have different attributes. Today we gather here to memorialize the first death anniversary of a young man called Haider Raza. His nafs was a different kind of nafs that does not match with any nafs, because nafs is different characters, different values, and that's make him separate from others. And you heard his friends, you heard his cousin, you heard brother Azhar Rizvi describing his characteristic, which is not physically, but these are which is from the nafs of a person. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stresses us, and we must stress that to increase the quality of our nafs, nothing else. If our nafs is close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then time will come that you can sell your nafs like Ali ibn Abi Talib sold to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There can be so many tributes to Haider Raza. The time is very short and we have to just fill in the gap. But only one thing I want to mention is this. Everyone here in this masjid are coming in shah-e-najaf. Every Ramadan and after Ramadan we speak about Hajj, to go to Hajj and this and that. And everybody listens to it. It's not nobody listens. Everybody listens to them, hear them. And the difference between this nafs and nafs of other was this, that when we mention the word Hajj, he don't have a green card that moment. He don't have a full-time job that moment. He comes to me and said, I want to go to Hajj. I said, okay, how you going to go? You have no green card. You don't have any job right now with you. And no, I will go. That's it, the story. So he went to Hajj. He got his green card. He came to Hajj, lost his job, and then, but it was his property of that nafs which made him to think in that manner. So brothers and sisters, this is what we have to do it here, that our nafs must be so strong and so close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that when we have to follow each and every step which has been told by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that was a quality I think Haider had most, and that is the reason which is nafs made in such a manner that if you call him at 11th hour or 12th hour or whatever it is, then that's. And I was just going to conclude by saying that on the day of Hajj, he made a decision that after Hajj, he will go to do Umrah. I think Brother Rais was there or something, which was, didn't know. But what happened that the day when he went to Umrah, when he wanted to go to Umrah, he got very tired. And he was praying the night before in the Masjid al-Haram, in the Masjid al-Khanah, and he couldn't wake up at that time. So what happened when you go in a group, you cannot wait for one person. So you go with a group, and the group went to Umrah, and he was still sleeping. And somebody made a phone call and said, Haider sleeping, we have to go. Everybody said, no, we have to rush because time is very limited we have. But what happened when everybody came back from Umrah, they couldn't find Haider there. Haider was not there, and everybody was surprised, where did he go? He was so tired, he was sleeping when we left, and this and that. And then we find out that after like 3-4 hours, he came up, and he said, I went to Umrah already. I said, how you go to Umrah? You don't know how to travel, you know how to go, you have no money on you. He said, I managed something, and I went to Umrah and took a bus from people who go to Hajj. They will know that from Azizia to go to Hajj is a very difficult task. It's not so easy, because Azizia you have to go take a bus, go to Masjid Shayda, Masjid, Aisha, and then from go back to Masjid Tareem also. So, but he did everything, and he came back in this spot. This was the commitment. Yes, Haider did it, but Haider did it because his nafs told him to do. And that is all, if you look in the holy book of Quran and Majid, there's only death to nafs, nothing else. There's only one ayah, I would say, there's no other ayah in the Quran and Majid say about nafs al-maut. And it don't say za'iqatul maut. They don't say maut. Maut is not finishing. When maut comes, when you say that death is not finishing, it's just a transfer. And that is the reason when Imam Hussain told his son that how do you believe maut is? And he says, I believe the za'iqatul maut is just like honey. Because this is the talk of Arfan, people who understand really the book of Quran. And Quran is also, that is why, and also for his parents, yes, they don't see him, but alhamdulillah, he's in a much better place than we are. And he's enjoying the bounties of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is. And I do not know, and I do not comment that Jannat is wajib for him, or Jannat is not. No. But one thing I know, Ali ibn Abi Talib told us this: the way you live, people must like you, and when you die, people should remember you with good words. And what I see today, when Haider was here, everybody likes him much, and when he's passed away, people came to pay his respect, and that is what really counts, and this is what he really abide on the saying of Ali ibn Abi Talib, and this is the quality of a woman. And hope all of us who are there, we will the same quality, that when we hear people love us, when people like us, and when we go away from this world, when we are not here, they should remember with the good words, and that is the whole motto of the life. And other thing, last thing we have to tell you is this, brothers and sisters, I can pray forever, I can pray day and night, but the reward is not on prayer. Because it's not mean that prayer is a wajib, that's a different story, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always gives you reward when you help others, when you care for others, when you dedicate your life for others. And if you look in the history, those people are remembered up to now, those who care for others. And this is the motto of our life should be, to care for others, not for ourselves. If we have one piece of bread, and you see, and we eat first, and we're left over, give it to them, and not stop. This is not Allah's way. Allah's way is give the way you give, because there are Messiah that did the same thing. There are Imam Hassan did the same thing, and there are Fizza did the same thing, that give everything what they have after fasting. That's why they have a surah. They came for them, So, last appeal to you is this, for this, because we are here today, we have, mashallah, people are here. This place is in Mu'jiza, we are working in this place. Why? Because there will be, you cannot live, you cannot do your programs, you cannot hold any gathering until you don't have your certificate of occupancy. Those people who are having houses, they know they cannot come into the house until you get certificate. You cannot make any assemblies, you cannot use the place until you have